Let's check the Great Britain pound Swiss franc as well, and probably, if not on this currency pair, probably on the next one we are going to stop. As we studied so far, we've analyzed quite a lot of pairs, and the result seems to be the same. On average, let's say something like 50-50. It's not that it's a bad result overall, depends very much on your risk appetite, but we'll have to reconsider a bit, and we'll review it under the SWOT analysis and under the conclusion most likely. So let's try to start this Great Britain pound Swiss franc from the 1st of October as well. So from this moment we're looking to trade it to the upside here normally, and this is a valid signal, but we are buying calls, but the outcome there turns out to be negative, so it expires out of the money, goes to the downside here, and it expires out of the money as well, even though the trade is valid, or the signal actually is valid. And then again another signal to the downside, but yet again another failure. Another signal to the downside, but this one is invalidated by the MA. This one here is a valid signal, and finally a winner on this strategy. I would be interested to see if there are some setups that may be changed, like for example not to exit on the first candle like the developers are suggesting, but to exit on the second, or maybe even more. I would be interested to see the result, but we are not here to judge, we are here just to evaluate. This is not a valid signal. This is not a valid signal. Actually, it is a valid signal, but it is a losing one. So it would be interesting to see how the system would fare under different conditions, but I would bet that even if you go and do exactly the opposite, like what the system says for one to do, the results would be either better or the same. So doesn't really look that good. So again, this is again a valid signal, but price just fails to confirm, expires out of the money. Bullish signal here, and we need to buy calls on this candle. Buying calls on this candle, and at the expiration date turns out to be profitable, so good trade. Not on this one, because the MA doesn't allow. This one here is a valid signal, but turns out to be a loser. So basically buying puts on this one with a negative outcome, and then price moves here. We need to buy calls on this one, but again with a negative outcome. Moving on, we need to buy calls here, close at 146.01, close at 46.02, and we have to classify this as a winner. So this is a good trade, a winning trade. Moving on, price goes to the downside, valid trade here. We should buy puts, but unfortunately at the expiration date it expires out of the money. Again, we should buy puts here. At the expiration date it expires into the money. So this is, the first one was a negative outcome, so basically was not profitable. The second one was profitable. Moving on, there not a signal here, as actually it is a signal. It is a signal, but unfortunately it is a negative signal, in the sense that it provides a negative outcome, or your put option expires out of the money. This is another signal, minus 87, validated from all over the place, but turns out to be a loser as well. Valid signal here, loser as well. Moving to the upside here, breakout system turns out to be a good signal. Now from what I've seen so far, it seems that when price is breaking through the middle channel of this high low indicator, most of the times it is a winner. But if you're looking here, it is not a winner. So I would still stick with the theory that in a trending market you'll get a winner. In a ranging market, most of the trades are going to be most of the options are going to expire out of the money. Actually, this expired out of the money as well, and the trend begins from this moment on. They should expire into the money, and sure they do. Here, out of the money expiration. Here, out of the money expiration, but actually here it is not validated by the MA, so sorry about that. Here, validated by the MA, good setup, expires into the money. So again, trend begins, results begin to show. But how to define when a trend begins? Well, this strategy doesn't tell us this. So this is tested on the period from the 1st of October until the 8th of November, inclusive, 2013. And basically we are looking at, let's count the trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 trades. Quite a lot of trades for a cross like Great Britain pound Swiss franc. So 21 trades. Let's count the winners because most of them were losers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 winners out of 21 makes a hell of a result. So 7 winners and no more, no less than 14 losers. This is starting to, let's say, not to be decisive, but to move the balance on the negative recommendation for the strategy. Let's see the next currency pair. Maybe we'll move the balance a bit on the other side.